Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. So it's time for my Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 5, The Flea and the Acrobat review. Nothing as much to say about production, same high quality stuff, nothing weird or nothing exceptional, just good, So let's get straight into the plot. Tonally, this episode was a downturn in pacing, and I think that was deliberate. It makes sense in terms of storytelling. You have to give the audience a chance to catch their breath. If the insanity peaks if the peaks of insanity, so to speak, when things are intense and ratcheting up, if you just keep going up and up and up, the audience will burn out from it. So you're going to now if it's the final if it's the final peak of the season, you can go up and then end, but because then the audience gets a chance to rest and recuperate for the next season or the next episode or whatever. It also the coming down from those peaks, so to speak, helps because there are a lot of subplots in this show that all have to coordinate themselves in an organic fashion. So that when certain things happen, they have to occur at the same time, and say characters finally meet, or as happened in this episode with Hopper and Joyce's storylines finally converging, it has to feel natural, organic, and logical. It can't just feel contrived. So these an episode where you drop back the intensity a bit allows the showrunners to work on the coordination and get things in line again. Now on some specific stuff, the episode opened with Hopper entering the Hawkins National Laboratory. He's a man on a mission, and I was rather happy that he got caught, though. As far as we know, Hopper doesn't have any sort of elite special forces or recon marine or anything like that training where you could believe he has these type of infiltration skills. I was a little put off by the Hawkins Goon Squad, as I have come to think of them. Like, why didn't they kill him? I mean, it wouldn't be too difficult to fake a suicide since no one on the whole town besides Hopper thinks something fishy is going on based on deductive reasons. And what I mean is, everyone else who thinks that something fishy is going on has had a supernatural encounter. Hopper is just putting two and two together and then adding three to that and one to that and so forth and beginning to accumulate that something is going on. Okay, I guess they want I guess the people at the Hawkins Institute want to use him to find out more information, and I thought maybe they're gonna do a discrediting type plan because of all the drugs and booze he has laying around his place. So this is gonna be an open plot point in my head, until like why didn't they just kill him? So we'll see if they ever answer the question. Now. And Hopper is my favorite character of the show so far. On the D&D club subplot, Millie Bobby Brown continues to act her butt off, using facial and bodily expressions to convey her role, with just a careful word here or there. Now, I'd like to have her start speaking a bit more as we get deeper into the season. However, just make it organic. Just don't go crazy in the next episode. She's talking like she never had a problem talking. And Lucas continuing to mistrust her is also being portrayed well, and it played off well, the fight, and then 11, basically using like Stranger Things TK, I guess, what do you want to call it, to smash him into that car. That scene went well. Now, if they build that right, it could make the three boys and 11 come back together to help find Will even more powerful from an emotional point of view. Like if you think back to a show that does this a lot, it was almost a trope of supernatural. I mean, because they had 20 plus episode seasons. So if Sam and Dean didn't have their inevitable in-season breakup, where they went their own separate ways and were pig-headed, and then had their coming back together near the end to get on the same page and defeat the enemy, like obviously they if they had never split up like in almost most of the seasons, you would have had 10 episode seasons because they would have got to the plot faster. So you're gonna have moments like this, which are sort of delaying tactics to fulfill the plot, but if they're done well, they're structural as part of the storyline. Meaning, if they just did it to delay the plot, and like these kids and Lucas hadn't been mistrustful of her for the last 3 episodes, and Mike hadn't been overly supportive of her for the last 3 episodes, then just out of nowhere, Lucas thinking she's a traitor would be stupid. Okay, but it fits the flow of the plot, so it's a good scene and a good way to delay certain things. I know if they do it wrong, they can destroy the whole plot too. So we'll see how it goes. Now, the series of connection that the boys made, it impressed me the way that was written. First they came up with the idea of the Upside Down. I mean, drawing from them playing Dungeons and Dragons and all that. Then getting Nerdy Professor to give them some hypotheses about it, and finally Dustin connecting the concept how compasses work. That whole sequence was pretty nifty. Right? Now, it's kind of surprising in real life how many people don't know that there's a difference between magnetic and true or geographical north, or how many people don't know how compasses work. I mean, it's really surprising. So using that lack of knowledge to have it explained to the two boys allows the audience to learn the same thing that the other two boys are, and it gives Dustin a moment to shine. He hasn't had enough. He hasn't had a lot of them in the show. I think he needs more. On Joyce's subplot, Lonnie is currently a waste of storytelling time. They need to do more with him, just make him be the greedy and uncaring dad who abandoned his family. Otherwise, his character is just. Remember, I said before, like the delay because of Lucas mistrusting 11 and the split up of the team, so to speak, was built off of multiple episodes of Lucas having issues with her. Whereas Lonnie, we know the issues predate the show, right? But Lonnie showed up seemingly helpful. You'd only in two or three other little scenes. So all of a sudden now he's a greedy SOB, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's a little contrived. And so they better do something with Lonnie besides make him be the douchebag dad, Now on John and Nancy's subplot, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. I guess they're essentially stupid kids, so wandering around the woods at night looking for a dangerous creature, it's not safe or logical, but we know that the human brain doesn't fully turn on until the early 20s, particularly parts of the brain that provide what some refer to as common sense. On the other hand, both are emotionally distraught for various reasons, including both having losses, deaths in their life, so that could account or contribute to their lack of caution. Still, it does get Nancy upside down, so all the subplots begin to coming together, So now John will go back home where Hopper and Joyce are, and he'll express maybe his subplot will come together with them. So we get to and Nancy's subplot maybe comes together with Will to some extent or another, So now finally the goings on at the HNL get a little clearer. HNL is the Hawkins National Laboratory. I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again. The mysterious doctor, whose name I haven't caught yet, is still creepy, and we have to question his motives. Does he actually care to angel about 11 as a person, or is he just a valuable science project? So, my final thoughts. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. I hope we see more of the subplots coming together next episode. It seems like they will, and as we approach the climax of the season, it will make it more enjoyable if there was more time to devote to it, since the plot lines will all be tied together, so everyone could be in the same scene at the same time, and there'd be less cutting to other scenes constantly to show what the other characters are doing, There were, I guess you could say, a few tropey moments and maybe some WS at a couple of little points, like Hopper being returned and not killed. And also, again, I mentioned Lonnie already, so there's something, right now he's wasted screen time to me. So I give this one a 9 out of 10. Comment down below if you have any questions for me about this video. Please share your thoughts. Share this video if you enjoyed it. Like if you like. Dislike if you dislike. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me. My name is Matt. This has been Unbearable 73. Have a nice day, and I am out of here.